Welcome back to Organist Launchpad. Thanks for joining us again, and we've got another topic to cover now on marketing and publicity, really.
Yeah, I mean, how you portray yourself is very important, and we've said about when people look for you, what do they find? And when you're marketing yourself, you need kind of a very good image, I think, of yourself, a good photo, and actually a variety of photos. I mean, people want portrait shots. I mean, you've got to think now, do you want to look friendly when they see this picture? How do you want to come across?
Yeah, this all ties back to everything you've needed so far, from websites, videos and everything. One of the things which really sells everything is a really good image, and a picture paints 1,000 words. And so if you're going to be doing concerts and also pictures for your website as well, you want good, sort of fairly friendly pictures. Depends how you want to come across. One of the important things is, though, let it show what you do. So the thing we live by in one way is wondering what people are going to miss out or maybe do wrong when they advertise things.
Yeah.
So if you have an image, will people know you are the organist or organ soloist for the event? You can avoid this really easily by having a publicity photo, which includes an organ console, a pipe organ behind you. People then don't need to know that you're the organist. The same applies, though, if you're not the organist. It's probably best not to include that, because we see so many publicity pictures with someone sat in front of a strange instrument and you're thinking, that's an interesting instrument, I wonder what they play, but they're actually the conductor or the pianist. And so, make sure it's not confusing for people to look at as well.
Well, I think with this subject, I wanted to talk about kind of your concerts and your concert series at the Bridgewater Hall in Manchester.
Yeah.
Now, John's got a concert series. You play the organ there.
The concert hall in Manchester.
And it's absolutely fantastic. It's one of the kind of the world's most popular organ series, and I do the marketing and well, not all the marketing, but I certainly help with the publicity of that by creating artwork to go along with that.
Yeah, it's an interesting event, really, because as an organist, one of your things isn't really to do the behind-the-scenes marketing in a way, but it's great to learn to do this by maybe you'll be doing your own events, but it also helps people when they publicise a concert as well. So as Tom talks about, we're going to show you a few things from this series I do at the Bridgewater Hall in Manchester in the UK, and we'll get 1,000 people for a lunchtime organ concert, which is amazing and it's really wonderful, but it's a combination of lots of different factors.
Well, it's just about to hit its 10th year in its anniversary, so congratulations, Jonathan. And when we first started, I just wanted to create a really nice poster for the event, which just basically showed the Bridgewater Hall organ and you playing it, because basically that is the most impressive thing about that place.
People often have a concert series, and what do you want people to know? You want them to know when it is, where it is, what they're going to get, and how they can go to it and buy a ticket, maybe. So if you show them the inside of the hall, that's probably part. People will see a concert hall or a church and they may walk past it every single day, and they may never see inside that actually it's beautiful and amazing, and they would really want to go in. So it makes them welcoming in a way. People are often scared to go to an organ concert event, and so the poster or the flyer or the image can really do that for you.
Yeah, I think what I've started to do is actually, if I can get into the venue beforehand, if you're doing a concert or anything like that there, is actually just take your camera and just take the picture and imagine kind of where that text will go and where all the details will go. I mean, there was a trend for kind of very kind of edgy, strange kind of advertising, material that doesn't actually just show what the event is. And I think we need to get back to just showing how impressive these instruments are. So that's what we've done. Kind of.
Yeah, so the graphic designers and the people who you give the materials to will love it if there's a space they can put text on. So not just blank areas, but areas with shapes on and interesting features. Also, images that are on a plain background are good as well. People can cut them out. I mean, we had some great ones when we went to Taiwan, and they cut our images out and put them 12 feet high on the wall. Things like that, and people can create something with you in them, and for the use in maybe brochures as well. And then the other things are the details of the concert as well. So the date. So important things, keep the day of the week on it as well, the actual date, the month, but the important
year.
thing, the year is an important thing as well. And you'll think why, and most people don't like to include that on concert advertisement. However, when someone's taken a flyer and put it up in a church and 3 years later it's still there, you don't want them to come to that event. And that
Someone did tell me that they actually came to one of our concerts from 3 years ago.
They did. It said the 5th of December, it happened to be on the same day of the week, and they came to a concert which was not there. It happened several years ago.
Indeed.
Yeah, so that's always a good important point as well. Also, the address of the place and things like the price of the tickets and where they can get them from. And if you can, the programming as well, because you want people to know what you're playing and what style of concert it is as well.
So just make things very clear. And if there is a concert series, why not try to use a variety of different images? I mean, every year I create a different poster for your concert series, and that really helps, I think, just kind of make sure every year it feels very, very different, but I still always try and show the you at the instrument.
Yeah, so your series might go on for a long time. And the great thing about a series is that you can go back to the same venue, which means that you can get video footage which will apply and look the same because it's in the right place, and images which will look right and in the same place. Because if you start advertising an event with the wrong instrument or the wrong place, it's confusing for people. And that's the other thing about the pipe organ, really, because they're so specific to buildings that when you use one for publicity, people will think you're at a certain organ if it's quite a famous pipe front or a console. So you have to think carefully about that as well. So try and maybe keep it a little more generic for other places.
Yeah, I think that creating a video advertising is very good now. I think also when a lot of the things aren't in print format, they're going to be digital. So do think about creating advertising in different formats as well, whether the aspect ratio is 16:9 or square format, and think about the different ways of kind of putting the images on there. I think in terms of video advertising, though, I love creating a video advert for your concert series, and we just make it very clear every year. You know, basically you talk during your concerts and people get a sense of that because we hear you talking and introducing your concert on the video.
Yeah, so this is an important part of marketing nowadays, is the video element. Now, if you've got a YouTube channel, you don't want to just put adverts on it, but some are okay to advertise your
Every
events.
now and again we find that's okay.
And then you can share the video via other social media outlets that you might use, and also put them onto your website as well. So everything comes round together. Now, in the video, the important thing that you can do is share what music you're going to be playing, and also you can speak. You could talk to camera and introduce the concert to people, and it's a great experience because I always talk in concert between the pieces, and then people have an expectation that that will happen. But the other thing is that if you might have something like a big screen where people can see the hands and the feet if you're upstairs in a church.
It's a great idea.
If you're in a concert hall, you're on a stage, people can see very clearly. If you show people what they're going to get, you would never sell a big theatre show if people had never heard of it and didn't know what they were going to get. You need your advertising shop front. And a video nowadays is one of the great ways of doing that. And this is where everything comes round, so you can share it on all your different platforms as well.
So show people what they're going to get at the concert and make sure that it looks that it's going to be an exciting, real kind of great event.
Yes. So I hope that's given you a few ideas about marketing and how you can take your own events. And so good luck with arranging all of those. And thanks for joining us today. And we're going to be talking again very soon.
Yes, we're going to be talking about the subject of collaboration.